Hello, and welcome to Griffon Update. I'm Narissa Lee.
And I'm Thomas Delgado. Today on Griffon Update, we come to you from our editing lab. Here, our producers and reporters edit the packages you're about to see and decide what stories we will be doing in the future.
Our lab mates, the Griffon Yearbook, want to remind you that they are still handing out copies of the 2013-2014 edition. If you haven't picked up your copy yet, be sure to stop by the Communications and Journalism office in Murphy 207.
Also, be on the lookout for this fall's Centennial edition. This edition of the Griffon Yearbook will feature a look into Missouri Western's 100-year history from presidents past. They'll also take a look at Griffon alumni who returned as professors and a whole lot more.
This year's Griffon will also feature an all-new layout and the first ever video integration. You'll be able to access some of the stories we do at Griffon Update just by downloading an app and scanning a photo in the yearbook.
As we get closer to the end of the semester, one of our producers will introduce you to the app. They'll show you how our convergent journalism program lives up to its name with true convergence of print and digital media.
Speaking of digital media, on this edition of Griffon Update, we will continue to offer an in-depth look at the people, places, and events that make Missouri Western and the Northwest region of Missouri a great place to call home.
We'll celebrate Black History Month with a wonderful story focusing on one of the dynamic events.
We'll also hit the hardwood and bring you highlights of men and women's basketball games versus arch rivals Northwest Missouri State University.
But first, the students at Missouri Western glided into the university's centennial celebration with the Centennial Ball. Reporter Brent Rosenauer braved the dance floor to bring us this story.
Students were cast away in a winter wonderland kicking off the Missouri Western Centennial celebration.
You want to start off on a good note. You know, because it's a year-long celebration, so you didn't want to wait too long to get the centennial spirits going.
Setup for the ball and dinner began 5 hours before the dance even started.
I've done and helped with a lot of the decorations, and I'm kind of a crafty person, so I think it's important to celebrate any milestone in life. So 100 years is a big milestone, and it just shows the growth and all the progress we've made as a school.
Partygoers were also treated to a formal dinner, generously provided by Aramark. And of course, as with any celebration, there was delicious cake for all to enjoy. During the meal, Student Governor Talia spoke about the progress the Missouri Western has made over the last 100 years and what the Centennial really means.
Today, 2015, the Centennial year, 100 years later, had an all-time high across the board, with 111 majors, 51 minors, 5,644 undergraduates, and 176 graduate students, 7 residence halls, a rapidly growing international population, nearly 100 student organizations, and 230 competitive scholarships.
Isaiah Collier, Assistant Dean of Student Development, and Colleen Cowich, Director of Alumni Relations, co-headed the committee to provide administrative support.
Definitely important for our students to celebrate the centennial of Missouri Western because, this is a fairly young university here, and it's really important that students walk away knowing that, walk away having pride.
We really do need to celebrate. We need to look at our past and plan for our future and really have a great understanding of where we've been.
Funding for the Centennial Ball was provided by the Student Government Association.
It's not very easy to get to this point where we have everything we have today, and so some people can appreciate that. Older generations, they've seen the evolution of Missouri Western as it is today.
Attendees were especially excited after the announcement of who would be headlining this year's spring concert.
This year's spring concert is ludicrous.
You look back on in the time, and it's just like a birthday, right? You see someone turn 100 years old. You wonder about how they lived their life.
Although the Centennial Ball has come and gone, it's not too late to get involved in the planning process for future centennial celebrations. Feel free to contact Student Governor Lionel Atawia at latawia@missouriwestern.edu.
While not ballroom dancing, the Rubidoux Resident Theater is taking time to teach children the ins and outs of theater production through their Theater Academy program. Daniel Cobb reports.
5, 6, 7, 8. Son of man, look to the sky. Lift your spear, it set it free. And then to your chest.
No matter your age, all the world is a stage. Rubidoux Resident Theater's Theater Academy program is designed to teach students from preschool through to 8th grade the fundamentals of theater production. Jessica Agnew, administrative assistant for theater, cinema, and dance at Missouri Western State University, has taken on the role of an instructor in the Theater Academy program and believes that the opportunity that it allows children is definitely something special.
When I was their age, I did not have this kind of opportunity like these children do. And I think that it's so incredible that we offer for preschool up through 8th grade this opportunity to learn more about theater, to learn the different aspects, what the stage is, what the different directions are, to putting on an actual play for their family and friends. That's huge. And it's huge as they grow and get to experience theater. That's what I love about this program, and that's what I love about teaching this kindergarten through 2nd grade, is that it's such a vital time in their lives when they're getting to find out what they like to do most. And you can actually start seeing at a young age what aspect of theater they like. So maybe as they get older, if they continue on doing theater, maybe it's more the costume route, or it is performing, or it's maybe a technical aspect that we don't teach them this time, but we start incorporating that into the class.
And while basic theater fundamentals, such as the distinction between stage left and stage right, may be taught in the younger classes, older children are also given the opportunity to learn more.
Romeo sneaks away from his friends, climbs the wall into the Capulet's orchard, and sees Juliet at her window.
In this class, for example, older students are reintroduced to one of Shakespeare's most memorable plays, Romeo and Juliet. The educational director at Rubidoux Resident Theater, Cheryl Wood, is excited for the program and its ability to teach students more about theater.
The program has occurred for several years now, and just in the last year we've expanded to have classes both on Saturday mornings and Monday evenings. So it was once just 3 classes of ages, and now we've expanded to include more ages. And we also have another program called our Junior Players, so that's even more expansion, to give more students an opportunity to perform.
The instructors are obviously a huge part of the program, and Wood couldn't be happier with the ways that they work with the children to give students a broad, well-rounded education.
They know, and from their own experiences, what the kids need to learn. They work on all different kinds of skills, and they bring them down to their level, whether it's the preschool or the 8th grader. They are all able to learn the backstage area, the onstage area, working on props, costumes, just try to give them a well-rounded experience.
And whether they're about to finish up grade school or they're just beginning, the Theater Academy does its best to offer children the most well-rounded theater education possible. And Agnew believes that she is very fortunate to be given the opportunity to be able to teach a younger audience the art of theater.
I think my favorite part since I've been here is watching the kids' faces when they learn something new, or when they remember their line and they've been able to memorize it, to just performing on stage, their excitement when they're done. Their face reminded me of why I love to do theater. It's for that reaction, not only for yourself, but for watching and having your parents be so proud of you, and that makes it all worth it.
This is Daniel Cobb reporting for the Griffon Update.
Students perform small plays for their families and friends toward the end of the semester in order to demonstrate what they've learned throughout the program. For more information, visit rtstjoe.org. We'll be right back.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
We finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back. February was Black History Month. Here at Missouri Western, we had many activities to celebrate Black history. One of the most exciting programs was the group Step Afrika performing on the Potter Hall stage. Griffon Update reporter Gary Smith brings us his take on their outstanding performance.
Step Afrika took over the stage at Missouri Western's Potter Hall, and spectators were wowed by Step Afrika's intricate rhythm and dances. The show was viewed by many different ages, and each age got their chance to shine learning from these professionals. The dancers from Step Afrika go on tour everywhere in the world, and Missouri Western was one of the lucky venues that was able to have these performances rock the Potter Hall stage.
We go everywhere. We of course we go all over the states. We do colleges, universities, major theaters. We also go into grade schools. We also go around the world doing music festivals, dance festivals, theaters like that. Farthest I've been, I would say Japan. We also do military tours every now and then, so we did a couple Navy bases in Japan, which is awesome. We've been to Guam. That's pretty far too, right? So we covered the whole globe.
The motto, once a Step African, always a Step African. Right now, Step Afrika has a full-time cast of about 11 members, but that's not the whole roster.
Once you're in, so we might call people in to swing in, swing out. There are probably at least 30 people in the country that could come in and do the same thing you just did tonight.
For some Western students, this wasn't their first show.
I like the gumboot. I thought it was really cool. I've always liked watching step dances.
I was in Johannesburg, and we met some of the people who actually founded the company with our founder. And it's funny because they asked us about the gumboot dance that we do in our tour show. So they just wanted to see what we were doing. So I remember being all nervous about it, like they're about to tell me I'm horrible, I'm not doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And so I started doing our choreography, and their jaws just dropped. Like they couldn't believe how good we were doing their dance. It felt really good to know that we were holding up the legacy pretty well.
Step Afrika has been around for a while now, but how exactly did this company start?
Well, this is our 20th anniversary. So Step Afrika was founded in 1994. It was founded by C. Brian Williams, and he was a graduate of Howard University, a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and he actually went over to South Africa and started doing a culture exchange with members of the Soweto Dance Theater, and that's how Step Afrika was really founded. It was founded as a culture exchange between Americans and South Africans.
These performers not only get to perform for audiences around the world, but they get to study and perfect their craft from the origins of where these dances first started.
And I originally learned the Zulu dance, which you saw here tonight, from members of Step Afrika, but going over actually to South Africa and studying with, the different members and learning the true essence of that dance was just a great experience, learning the culture, eating the food, getting to know the people, and still maintaining those friendships. It's enriching for your life.
Along with stepping, Step Afrika performers make an impact in the community too.
Go to our website, look at where we're going and what we're doing. We do a lot of stuff in the communities. We really like to reach young people and tell them about teamwork, commitment, and discipline, and how education plays an important part in stepping and what you want to do with the rest of your life. Like we said earlier today, we all have degrees in different areas, but we choose to dance for a living and make our living as dancers, as steppers. And that's something that's really unique, especially in this day and age.
Reporting for Griffon Update, I'm Gary Smith.
Step Afrika is giving out scholarships to college students for the next school year. You can reach them at www.stepafrika.org.
That's something to think about. Something else to think about is the winter. Does the winter ever get you down?
Sure. The weather's nasty and I don't get out as often as I want. It can be frustrating.
The weather can be really frustrating. Did you know that it can affect your mood and even your schoolwork?
Really?
Yes, it's called the winter blues. Reporter Melissa Kester did some research and is here to explain it to us.
Winter, with its deluge of snow, the rise in cold weather, and increasingly shorter days, can be a hard time for anyone. Even the brightest student may find him or herself slipping. Why? Because depression, among many other maladies, strikes us hardest in winter, when the mind and the body are at its most weakened point. Up to 4% of students will develop a minor case of seasonal depression, or winter blues, during the spring semester.
With winter, students not able to get outside maybe as much, a little bit more bleak, that sometimes, yes, you do see an increase in depression.
Seasonal depression often develops in students coming into their 20s, that is to say, college-aged or older. Even in minor cases, students will likely suffer anxiety, changes in sleep patterns, that is to say, insomnia and/or oversleeping, unexplained fatigue, lethargy, confusion, or poor focus. In more severe cases, it might cause anger or irritability, depressed mood, and suicidal ideation. Fortunately, Missouri Western is here to help. Residence halls host events to help students socialize in the hard winter months. RAs and RHDs are on site and willing to help.
When a student comes to us with concerns about being depressed, or they don't know what they're doing with school, what they're going to do with the rest of their lives, just they're feeling low in the winter and feeling a lot of self-doubt, we try to talk to them ourselves. Like, what can we offer you? Do you just want to talk to us? And we always refer them to the counselors here on campus. Always, always, always. We even have RAs physically walk with them to the counselor's office if they don't know where it's located at, if they just need that extra boost. But we try to provide them with support here, check in on them often, see how their grades are going, encourage them to get vacations, get out of the rooms, get some vitamin D, etc. We support them as much as we can, as much as they allow us to support them.
Missouri Western also provides counseling service for on and off-campus students to help them cope. They offer one-on-one therapy and effective solutions to combat winter blues.
The next time you feel blue, take a walk in the first sunshine you find. It is amazing what a sunny day can do for you no matter how cold it is. We'll be right back.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back. In February, the MWSU men's basketball team faced the Northwest Bearcats. Sports reporter Amari Martin brings you the action in this tight rivalry.
It was rivalry week as the Missouri Western State Griffins took on the Northwest Bearcats. The Griffins got off to a hot start. Kevin Thomas scored 2 of his 8 points and pulled down 10 rebounds. Senior guard Cortrez Colbert goes to the rim and finishes through contact, followed by 2 big-time threes from seniors Hans Dunn and Darian Jones. But the Bearcats did not back down. Guard Anthony Woods drives and scores the and one, scoring 2 of his 17 points. The Missouri Western State Griffins went into halftime with a 32-28 lead. In the second half, the Griffins came out attacking the rim with 2 big-time shots from guards Aaron Emanuel and Cortrez Colbert. With 4 minutes left to play, senior Hans Dunn layup was good, giving the Griffins a 4-point lead against the Bearcats. The Bearcats responded with a 3-pointer from Connor Crooker. He had 3 3-pointers in the game. In the final seconds of the game, the Griffins trailed by 1 point. With 7 seconds left, Colbert drives the ball in and gets stripped by Matt Wallace. The Griffs lost the rivalry match by 1 point. Coach Weibert was not happy about the last play.
Maybe he got fouled, but you got to respect the officials in the sense that obviously you hope that they thought there was no foul, you know.
The paint touches were kind of limited in the second half, and we let them hit us first, and we should have hit them first in the second half.
I think keeping them out of the paint, and they got inside the paint, got easy buckets, a little more than we wanted.
Both teams will meet again at Northwest Missouri on February 21st. This is Amari Martin reporting live from Missouri Western.
For a full review of the game, visit griffinnews.com. For the remaining schedule, go to gogriffins.com.
Well, that's our show. I hope you have enjoyed our look at the people, places, and events at Missouri Western.
We at Griffon Update want to thank you for watching and hope you join us in the future as we explore Missouri Western and the surrounding region.